Good evening everybody, and welcome to the last video of E3, the roundup. So, in the last one, the winners were picked, the losers are ready to be thrown into the lava pit, and we are here to clean up the final remaining little bits and pieces, ready, just packing it all away, ready for next year. And as we pack away and this E3 reaches its final conclusion and its final closing point, we need to A, drop a block back in there to keep the grass nice and tidy, and B, put the signs away because we no longer need the signs, nor the bad chest, nor the secret chest that Crash was hiding in. So, while we move over to the lava pit to throw the bad games in, let us talk of E3 and what it brung. There are winners and there are losers. We have already been through some of the winners and some of the losers, but not in terms of the companies themselves. So with the companies themselves, what I mean by this is the fact that there are like Nintendo, because I said that Devolver Digital was one of the winners of E3, which it was. It was amazing to see them take the piss out of the other AAA companies, and it was glorious. It was really glorious. But of course there are other companies, so I'm just going to talk about them now and who won, although I think we already know the answer to who truly won E3 this year. But I'm just going to talk about the winners and the losers of E3, and then we are going to throw the games into the fire pit, and I will put this last video together, and this world will be put away for another year. I'll probably just finish off this little bit of the lake just so that it's all ready for next year, but aside from that, let's get on with the show. So, we had a piss poor start from EA, getting a lot of quote-unquote YouTube influences to try and make their presentation a whole lot better, and spoiler alert, that didn't work. It was one of the most boring. They constantly talked about sports, and it was just, aside from Star Wars Battlefront 2, it was just not engaging. Even sports fans were saying like EA did a shit job, and it just wasn't engaging on any level whatsoever. So if your sports fans are saying that, then you're done truly fucked up. So EA was a complete and total failure. In terms of like presentations though, I will say, just in terms of all presentations, they were all kind of boring this year. Like, I was hoping Ubisoft would do something like they did last year with the full-on ridiculous cringy stuff, because that would have been great to see. I do love when Ubisoft does make really cringy stuff, because it's entertaining. All of the press conferences were kind of boring. I wouldn't say uneventful. Obviously, Beyond Good and Evil 2, the Metroid 2 remake, there was a lot of eventful stuff, but it was all presented just kind of by the numbers, a bit boring. I would have liked a little bit more oomph, but you know, whatever, each to their own. We're fine, we're not judging, especially not at 10 to 2 AM as I record this final video for you all to go to sleep. Then we went into the Microsoft conference, which had a good selection of games, but they talked about 4K so much. I already showed the 4K montage somewhere in another video, but they talked about 4K and exclusive so much, and just ran through so many games. Like, there was 42, and some of them were just shit and not relevant and had no reason to be shown. But they ran through so many. It was a 2-hour press conference, and by the end of it, everybody had fallen asleep. Like, nobody could stay awake, because it was just like, dude, it's 2 hours. You've been dragging this shit on way too long. Just stop, Microsoft. I'm sorry, did you ask us to stop? Well, here's more games, and more, and more. And it just got to the point where I just stopped caring about Microsoft. I just lost complete and total interest. So that didn't bode well for one of the big three that we have to pick a winner from. So, yeah, that was Microsoft. Then we moved into Bethesda. Again, kind of mediocre, poor showing, if we have to be truly honest here. We were waiting for some amazing news, some groundbreaking news, just something truly spectacular, and that truly spectacular thing never came. Instead, we got paid for mods, esports version of Quake that everybody just kind of laughed at, because let's be honest, who the hell wouldn't laugh at that? And yeah, Bethesda didn't really have that much, and again, like Microsoft, because they didn't really have a good showing, it just kind of like made it boring and very sleeping inducing. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, alright, can we move on here? I'm kind of getting a little bit bored now. Then we moved on to the PC Gaming Conference, which just put us all right the fuck to sleep. Aside from Tunic, there was nothing. And not only was there nothing, but it's like, here's nothing with also, we're going to make sure that this is the most absolutely shit boring experience. I'm not going to call it a press conference, because a press conference it ain't, but it was one of the most boring experiences I ever just, no dude, just no, just don't do that, please. I just like destroyed some crops. No, I didn't. Well, yeah, so it was one of the most boring, and oh my god. So PC Gaming Conference, that was a complete and total failure, except for Tunic and I guess the XCOM DLC, if you're into that sort of thing. But nah, it wasn't anything. Don't get out, dude. You're pissing me off. Right, just close this. How do I remove a leash from someone? There we go. And then what was after the PC Gaming Conference? Then it was Sony, yes? Yeah, it was Sony. So Sony came next, and it had an okay showing. Like, it showed a couple of things I was interested in, but again, it did it a lot like Microsoft. It was an hour, just over an hour long conference. There was Spider-Man, which was all quick time events. You know, this is just a quick summary, as we've been through a lot of this before. But yeah, it was kind of by the numbers. They did announce some good stuff, like Shadow of the Colossus remake. A lot of people are excited for that. Destiny 2, a lot of people very excited for that. So they did have a good showing, and they did show off a lot of good games, but it was again still very mediocre. Then we moved on to Ubisoft, which shocked the world with the Rabbids thing, and of course Beyond Good and Evil 2, and they had a very strong showing, and a lot of people for that reason said that they won E3. A lot of people picked Ubisoft as the overall E3 winner, which I can see. You know, Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game that was highly anticipated. Rabbids, everybody thought Rabbids was going to be shit, but here it is looking half decent, and a lot of people kind of want to buy it and kind of want to try it out. So, holy shit, yeah, that's the thing. And then, did they have anything else? Then they had Assassin's Creed Egypt. And while it is just like, oh, and it's another Assassin's Creed, and not many people really care too much about, oh, and it's another Assassin's Creed, some people are like, dude, I mean, me myself as included, some people are like, dude, it's Egypt, and Egypt's full of cool stuff, and yes, indeed you do. Egypt is indeed full of very cool stuff, and with the new leveling elements and stuff, it's shaping up to look like one of the better Assassin's Creed experiences, and you've kind of got me interested in Assassin's Creed again. Like, I don't know if that'd actually stay as a full thing, because you got to hold my interest long enough for me to purchase it, but it certainly piqued my interest at the very least. So, holy shit, there you go. So yeah, Ubisoft, very strong showing, and a lot of people said they thought they won. Then we had Devolver Digital come straight after that, late at night, like very late at night. and of course that was one of like many people's personal winners, because it was just fucking weird. It was so weird and crazy, and everybody loved it. It was a brilliant satire of the AAA industry, and it was genius. Devolver Digital definitely pulling the genius card there, so a lot of people were very happy with that. And then after that, obviously, on the very last day came Nintendo, which had a absolutely amazing showing. We had Pokemon Stars confirmed. I know people are going to tell me it's not Stars, Spyro, but I'm going to keep calling it Stars until we get an official name. But yeah, Pokemon Stars confirmed for the Nintendo Switch, Mario Odyssey, Metroid Prime 4, Kirby, Yoshi, and let's be fair, including me, and this is my personal pick, the overall loser of E3, the biggest loser of E3 was EA. Like, they were just... EA or Microsoft were the biggest losers that just put me right the fuck to sleep with their completely mediocre conference. The conference dragging on for too long, trying to sell me 4K exclusive Forza 911 cars. It was dull and boring. Very dull, very boring, just overall shit. And as for the winner, there is only two winners. Devolver Digital for the parody thing, but we all know that the winner of E3 this year was Nintendo. Screw it, not in the mood to get my headset. Question mark. I don't know what Midnight's saying. Well, you're in a video now. So there we go. But yes, Nintendo. Nintendo stole the show. 2 Metroid games, Mario Odyssey, a Kirby game for the Switch, a Yoshi game for the Switch, ARMS tournament, Splatoon tournament, Pokken tournament, the reveal of Pokemon Stars for the Nintendo Switch. They had so many bam, 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 one after the other, constant updates. The Champion DLC for Breath of the Wild, where we could potentially play as Rivali Senpai, one after the other, constant good news, constant amazing future games like Kirby 2018, because a lot of this is scheduled for 2018. Nintendo won E3. And as the sun sets upon our E3 journey, I think it is only now fitting that all of the bad games, let me just make sure, yep, they'll land. It's now only fitting that all of the bad gets tossed to the lava. So, Deep Rock, also known as No Man's Deep Rock Sky, away with you. Prison Bitch Simulator, away with you. FIFA 2018, get out of here, EA. Quake, the esports edition, no one likes you. Skyrim, paid for mods, be gone. David Cage is very emotional. No, Spyro, please, you know me. I'm David Cage. You can't do this to me. Please, Spyro. No, I'm David Cage. I make emotional movie video game. David Cage. David Cage. Spider-Man, too many QuickTime events. Oh, he lived. Oh no, he didn't. Bootleg Overwatch. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck was that? Get that shit out of here. What the fuck are you thinking? Can I like throw these? I don't know how to throw something in Minecraft. I always thought that it was R. Oh, it's R to throw things. Right. Well, let's get the books out then. let's get the books out now. I know what the throw button is. Just Dance 2018. It was a joke. I can't wait for Just Dance 2019 on the Wii, but it's still a bad game. Down you go. Anthem Part 2. Your scripted mic ruined it, as well as just looking like a bootleg Horizon Zero Dawn, because we really need more open worlds. Down you go. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the only dud at Nintendo, because like the story's just getting out of bloody control, and there's too many RPG elements, and it's just kind of like, I mean, we got Fire Emblem for that. Down you go. And Metro Exodus, again, another open world game that looks like Fallout set in the post-apocalyptic future. We've seen too many of them this year. Into the lava with you. And let's bring the rest out. And I think that that's actually going to be enough spaces. It is indeed, to get the last ones out. Hearthstone, Heroes of Skyrim, you're copying Skyrim. Doom VR, get the hell out of here with your VR bollocks. Nobody likes VR. Far Cry 5, oh good, another one. I mean, you've heard all this before. Madden, sports, get out of here, EA. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, 0 out of 10. No Felicia, missed me with that shit. And Days Gone, another first-person survival horror game soon to be on Steam with shooting and zombies in it. We've seen enough of them with Unit Z and every other fucking clone. And that is it. The moon is rising. Luna's moon is rising. And so we end for another year. Although, what of the good games? I did get a fantastic idea on Skype, an absolutely marvellous idea on Skype, which I will do for next year. So, all of the good games, I don't know so much about Meh. The Meh chest, that's still undecided. It doesn't deserve the lava pit, but it doesn't deserve the other. So I don't know what we're going to do about Meh games. But the good games, someone said, the clock tower. Is the clock tower empty? Well, I can confirm to you that the clock tower is indeed empty. But it's kind of like the stairs leading up. Well, someone suggested to use the clock tower as a mausoleum type room, where we will put good 2017, and everything within the good 2017 chest would be moved here. So that way we can look back on all of our years and see just what games get to be mummified, I guess, for later. And I love that idea. But when they said mausoleum, I was like, well, instead of like just adding chests to the clock tower, next year when we come back to this world, I have made a staircase down into the catacombs, or as they put it, the mausoleum. And eventually, I will dig out a full room, which is going to be 7 by 7, and that will be the first mausoleum room, which should last us for like 10 years. Oh god, that's a long time. You don't even know if YouTube's going to be around in 10 years, but you know what I'm saying? It'll last us 10 years, so we'll have plenty of time to fill up the mausoleum with good games. So I'll leave them upstairs for now, because this world is now just going to be closed for a year. I'm probably not going to play Minecraft for another year now, but I will leave the chest up on the floating island, and when we come back we will build the mausoleum, and we'll carry all of this downstairs, and we may even make a special mausoleum for first, second and third place, like a secondary room downstairs. But for now, I think we sit on top of the flagpole, the highest point within the kingdom, or this little town bit of the kingdom. I guess that might be slightly higher, and we look over everything that we have done to end off. The castle remained the same. We've started to put street lights into our village. The actual little town where you'll be able to buy items, if this ever does become a server, now has houses even though there's nothing in them. We have now added cattle to our farm. There is now street lights going to the mines, and street lights which will start to make a path, as you can see out there, towards where everybody always spawns in, because they spawn in the icy wilds. We have added a little bit of an expansion to the desert, and of course we have now added more street lights which will allow you to get down this little shaft, which will allow you to get to like a harbour where you can take the river out to the ocean. I'll just have to bust that down. Oh no, I think it actually goes there and then round there into the ocean. So that's going to be the docks next year. And we have our castle. And just as a little extra bit of a bonus, we will move around to the other extra bit, which will eventually become a secondary island if this one gets filled up. Well, we have the ruins. We made a platform for the ancient ruined area. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but it's all cracked stone and ancient waterfalls leading to a like temple like area, as you can see in there with the lapis. And of course the game is freezing because we are entering the broken chunk. So I will now leave you here, and you can see it off in the distance. I will move the reticle slightly so you can see that because it got cut off in a very strange way, there will be like a Cortex powered like a Cortex power or heavy machinery from Crash Bandicoot, where there will be a factory perched upon the perched upon the andesite wall with toxic sludge pouring into the ocean. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this E3. If you did indeed enjoy this E3, do please feel free to leave a like. If you don't forget to tell me down below, what did you enjoy about this E3? What was your best moments? What was your worst moments? Let me know down below. And now that that is over, we have all the content now coming back out. We are back to normal scheduling. Tomorrow there will probably be no video because my desktop is now completely full of shit, as well as my C drive completely full of shit, as you saw with the fact that I had to make a second part to this because the recorder had reached its capacity. So yeah, let me know what you thought down below, and we'll be back to normal. We'll have some ukulele coming. I'm getting an end slate for the Crash Insanity Trilogy, as I'll definitely be playing that for the channel, as well as some other end slates that I've got planned for games that are very, very good this year. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to show off, a lot more content coming. I'll talk about that more after E3 because this is just kind of dragging on now. And if you don't want to miss all that, do please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I believe we are still at 905 subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody that subscribed across the course of this E3. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. That's now like a horrible statement because of Resident Evil Biohazard, because that means that I'm going to keep you for your own twisted, malevolent ends. But no, actually, welcome to the family. I hope everybody will be very friendly to you. Everybody on this channel is welcoming, and just be welcoming back. It's a very nice place to be. But yeah, 904 subscribers. When I started E3, I only had like 880, so we've gone up 24 to be precise. Well, it was like 882, I think, so it's like 22, but still, that's a huge jump, and all of you have pushed me on the home stretch towards the final big milestone, like that first big milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and being in the double digits. It's surreal. It's like, oh my god, I'm now in the double digits, and in 96 more. In 96 more, we're there. We're at 1,000, and holy shit! Thank you so much. It's it's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's the end. And of course, as you saw there, I have a Twitter, so there are links below to my Twitter if you'd like to see what I'm tweeting right now. And there are also links to the public Discord if you want to come and chat with me and everybody else that's in there. They're all very friendly. And a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me. That's going to be getting an update, but there'll be more on that later. And you won't have to, just for all the newcomers, you won't have to. All content will always remain free and as ad-free as possible. I'm doing this to entertain you guys, but I would love to do this a lot more full time rather than making 1, maybe 2 videos a day. I'd like to be able to, you know, quit my shitty job and do a video for you every 2 days. But yeah, that's all for later. So for now, thank you all so much for joining me on this E3 journey. We will watch Celestia raise the sun, praise the sun. But yes, so the sun is raising, and we will end this. So again, thank you all for joining me on this E3. I hope you all got what you wanted. I didn't get, I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I wanted, but I didn't get the Spyro HD remakes. Maybe next year. Once Activision sees how well Crash sells in 10 days, maybe next year, eh? But I did get like a Metroid 2 remake officially. I did get Odyssey. I did get a lot. I got Beyond Good and Evil 2 and a Shadow of the Colossus remake. So I did get a lot of stuff that I wanted. But yeah, thank you all for joining me on this E3 journey. I hope you got everything that you desired. And if not, I do apologise. And I'd like to welcome and thank you all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And I will now leave you with the best reaction that I caught live on camera for E3, which was Midnight and his sister reacting to Undertale coming to the PS4, where they just absolutely lost their shit. And the funny thing is, they complained at me for losing my shit when Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced, but they were being hypocritical. And I joked about it like, oh god damn it, Spyro, you overreact to everything. But yeah, it was that is the best reaction that I caught on camera. So I'll leave you all with that. Enjoy. And as I say, I'm going to be clearing everything off the PC tomorrow, but then I will see you, scan complete, but then I will see you on, is it Wednesday? Let me just check. I will see you on Friday now, because I've got to spend the day clearing the video, but I will see you on Friday when I come back with the next part of Ukulele. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you on Friday, where we'll be back to normal programming.
Yeah.
I want that locket!
Well,
I
that's
want
really
that
happy. I
locket!
think
It's
we
a
have
freaking locket.
I want it! I want it! Oh, my God.
Wow! I can't believe it's finally on consoles.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Oh my gosh, I want it!
I know, I want it too. Holy Lord! Wow!
Alright then, now I'm going to go to the bathroom and get a drink of water.
That was sick.
Oh my
Lord.
gosh!
You're not even
How did they
listening.
do it? I don't understand. How did they do it?
I'm happy right now.
I know.
I'm so happy! I get to hear all that wonderful music and such now on the PS4. I'm crying.
Wow. Just Jeebus. You need to get that.
Oh my...
Well, screw whatever this is. We freaking got Undertale.
Undertale!
Wow.
Oh
Ni no Kuni 2, who cares? Undertale. The anime. Wait, you need to get that. Like when it comes out, you need to get that.
I'm happy. I'm so happy right now. I'm very happy.
I know.
I never thought I would see the day.
I know, right?
I never thought I would see the day.
I know, and it's on a console we can actually play.
We need that collector's edition.
Yeah, we do.
We need that collector's edition. We need to get it.
Yes, we do. Alright, it comes
Oh
out.
my goodness.
It says the release is this summer. That I seriously did not expect that.
Oh my goodness.
That legitimately freaked me out. Everyone wants that collector's edition.
Oh my goodness.
Spyro, would you own a physical copy of Undertale?
Oh my god, we both just stopped fangasming over that
You
game.
need to
God,
get
it's
that
like you're hyped
Undertale,
up. It's like you're
man.
hyped up or something.
Oh man, I can't wait to see how the crashing your game thing works on the PS4.
What
So
is?
I guess in a way, Toby Fox just denied Nintendo, and
What?
they let Sony do it instead.
I
What
mean,
did I just say?
it's fine.
Will you stop fangasming over that game? It's almost like you're hyped for a game or something.
Spyro, we freaking love Undertale.
Fucking hell, Spyro.
like,
It's almost like you're excited for Beyond Good and Evil 2 or something.
On the Nintendo Switch or on the